Back when Avengers Endgame came out, I was part of a YouTube project called One Marvelous Scene, where we picked one scene from the Marvel Cinematic Universe and made a video on it, and that was in celebration of Endgame. And today I bring you guys the Star Wars equivalent. I've joined other YouTubers such as Nando V Movies, Captain Midnight, and Full Fat Videos on an initiative created by Brown Table to create a video talking about your greatest Star Wars moment. So if you love Star Wars, I'm going to leave a link to that playlist in the description below and the top comment. But you know I had to jump on this one because Star Wars is my second favorite fandom next to Dragon Ball. And you know the moment that I had to pick mirrors my love of Dragon Ball in some way. Let's get started.
Prepare yourself, Dan Saiyan.
If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you never miss a upload. These are today's hashtag end of video squad winners. If you would like to join them, make sure to wait till the very end of this video, then drop your comment with the hashtag end of video squad for a chance to be given a shout out in my next video. So what's my history with Star Wars? Well, I began by watching the original trilogy on cassette back in the 90s, and when I was under 10 years old, so I fell in love with Star Wars from the original trilogy alone, and I was enamored with lightsabers, space battles, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, everything. And once the prequels came out, I was pretty hyped up for them too. Now, when I was a kid, I didn't really hate the prequels. I was excited about them. I wanted to see the origin of Darth Vader, and of course, there were some that I disliked from the get-go, like, you know, Attack of the Clones, but I definitely enjoyed the whole experience and felt like Revenge of the Sith was a good conclusion. Then Disney bought Star Wars and began making their own movies, and I loved Force Awakens. The only problem that I had with Force Awakens was Starkiller Base. That was basically it, but I thought that movie was really good. And then The Last Jedi dropped, and I thought originally coming out of the movie theater that it was alright, that it had asked a lot of questions that I hadn't really seen before. I liked the interactions between Luke and Rey, loved the ending fight between Kylo Ren and Luke, if you call it a fight. And the movie was beautiful, but there were a lot of issues with it that technically didn't really work for me and really kind of brought some hiccups in the actual Star Wars mythos and the way things work, like physics and stuff. It just didn't make any sense, and that whole Leia flying through space scene, that's actually where the movie kind of killed some of the hype that it was building up in me. So The Last Jedi, I was very split on it, honestly, and I didn't think it was anywhere close to being as good as Force Awakens, and definitely worse than the prequels with the exclusion of Attack of the Clones. And now we have Rise of Jedi, and I've seen the reviews, some of them. I want to make my own determination. Everyone seems to be very split on it, if not more so than Last Jedi, but I have hope that Rise of Skywalker is a good film. Now let's jump into my one moment that I look back and think this is what defines Star Wars for me. And it's something that's connected to Dragon Ball as well, and something that's actually brought me into Dragon Ball and gave me the inspiration to become a Dragon Ball channel. And that is the classic Dragon Ball transformation scene. Now this doubles up as a classic Dragon Ball entrance as well, because the quintessential Star Wars scene that I remember that really means the most to me, that really brings me in awe, is from one of the most forgettable Star Wars movies out there, but this fight scene alone really elevated everything else and kind of brainwashed you into thinking the movie was actually good when it really wasn't. And that is the Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn versus Darth Maul fight. That fight was amazing, and when I think back as to something that really changed me Star Wars related, I think back to that scene. And yes, the fight is cool and it connects to this Dragon Ball moment as well, but it's mainly the transformation. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about this scene where Qui-Gon Obi-Wan, Queen Amidala, and Harestifer gang, they are trying to get through the doorway, and when the door opens up, there's Darth Maul. Not only does this bring us one of the most badass Sith Lords in Star Wars, but Duel of Fates begins as soon as Darth Maul appears. And Duel of Fates is my favorite Star Wars song. Now, why is this significant? Why is this a transformation? Well, earlier in the film, Darth Maul attacks Qui-Gon, and when he attacks him, he still has his hood up, and he's attacking him with one side of his lightsaber activated. So it's basically just a normal lightsaber. So when we see Darth Maul later on in the movie, we really don't know what he looks like underneath the hood. So when he takes the hood off and shows that he's got a bunch of tattoos, or at the time I thought that it was part of his skin, then you see horns, that is a transformation. And then he lights up one end of his saber, which you've seen before, and then lights up another. So now he's got a dual wielded lightsaber that made my brain just explode when I first saw it. Not only that, but you can tell the menace and the strength of him just by this scene alone. Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon immediately go on the defensive. They ignite their lightsabers, and just with Darth Maul's entrance alone, he makes this happen.
We'll handle this.
We'll take the long way.
Without doing anything, this guy is so fearsome, and his aura, his energy is so menacing that he makes Queen Amidala and like a gang of these dudes go around. He makes them go through the windows to get to where they need to go. Now, who does this remind me of? This reminds me of Goku Black. Now, Goku Black had an amazing entrance scene, which to me is my favorite entrance scene, not only in Dragon Ball, but in all anime. Guys, that's my freaking intro. That's how much I love this scene. But there's another scene that I love even more, and that is his transformation into Super Saiyan Rose. Now, at the time, we had some spoilers that he may have like a new color for his transformation that we've never seen before, because we knew that he would transform and go Super Saiyan at some point. And at the beginning of this scene, Vegeta attacks Goku Black, and before he thought that he could actually do some damage, but now he can't. His punches aren't doing anything, and that is because off screen Goku Black has gotten even stronger, and once they start realizing it, he transforms into Super Saiyan Rose. This makes Vegeta attack him, and he puts Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black on the defensive for a split second, but then we get this scene. And we all held our breath. Even though we've seen swords made out of ki before, at the time we didn't think that Goku Black would have used this sort of weapon, or that that was the weapon that he would be known for, but he does. His first introduction to that weapon, and he cut right through Vegeta like butter, basically almost killing him, and that leads Goku going straight into Super Saiyan Blue, because that is the threat. The threat is real. He doesn't have time to play around. Hell, if you want a parallel between Goku Black versus Goku and Vegeta, at the end of Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon versus Darth Maul stabs Qui-Gon in a similar way that Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black stabbed Vegeta. The parallels to both these events are so intense that for me, Darth Maul's entrance and transformation, that is the moment that I feel defines Star Wars. It gives us an evil villain who has an amazing introduction. Anyway guys, if you made it to this point of the video, you are now part of the hashtag End of Video Squad. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome, especially since this is not a normal video that I would make. This is a Star Wars video, but I'm hoping you guys enjoyed it all the same. Drop your comment in the comment section below, and you have a shot to get featured in my next video. Today I'm going to be responding to Aces Nezuko, that GTA mod though. Haven't watched this channel in a while. I think you meant to say can't can't remember why I subbed and put the notifications on may sound like I'm bragging and I'm trying to get on the next video. Well, I might, but that's not the point. I can relate with these videos and comments what I think of the subject, and I think we all do. Even though you can't remember why you subbed and turn on notifications for my channel, I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. Make sure you stay. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content.